Okay. Chalo. Thank you. Now, so this is no much changes, however. Okay. Now, major changes in ledger. What is a ledger? What is a ledger? What is a ledger?
It's a separate book of accounting principles. Like if we want to see the like it's a sir हिंदी में बोल रहा हूँ जिससे ledger से अपन
Sir, it's a
separate.
recording, sir.
Okay, sir. We can see the different account financials at different accounting principles. So we use ledgers.
Yeah.
As per the transaction type we create.
I'll just write it down. Just write it down because as per interview, we can't say our own thing. So just run. Just write it down. Just write it down. I'm mentioning here. What is ledger? As per interview point also. What is ledger? Already we discussed in depth. Okay. So here ledger in the sense, as we know that academic wise, individual accounts or individual set of books, right? Accounting book. So, but in SAP, we can call it as a each ledger, write it down, each ledger represents one set of books. One set of books to address the specific accounting principle requirement. Okay. Accounting principle requirement. Ledger represent one set of books. Okay. As I said, the same thing. One set of books. We can have multiple ledgers. As we know that in ECC, we have total how many ledgers we can have? How many ledgers we can have?
1059, sir.
Multiple ledgers to address the different accounting principles. Okay. And to address the management reporting purpose. So whatever ledgers we are creating, most of them are for reporting purpose. Not most, all the ledgers are for reporting purpose only. So out of that, few are for external reports, few are for internal and external reports. Management reporting purpose. Is this clear? Any questions on that? Understood, right? What do you mean by ledger? Anyone have a question on this? So each, see, again, I'm saying ledger in the sense, don't say individual. So here it's simple. Ledger represents one set of books to address specific accounting principle. So if you say that it's a set of book, it's not in, it's incomplete. So here, why we maintain ledger? Ledgers are maintained to have, okay, to address one set of accounting principle. So because as we saw in our sessions, like whatever company code we have, we have prepared for local GAAP reporting one set of ledger, and for IFRS we have taken one set of ledger. For US GAAP we have one set of ledger, right? So what is this IFRS? Those are report accounting principles or legal requirements. So according to their legal requirements, whatever ledger we are, whatever set of books we are maintaining, that is nothing but a ledger. Clear? The first question they might ask you, what is a ledger? What is a ledger? So kindly have, what is a concept of ledger? Without having this, we can't go ahead. If you say that non-leading ledger, leading ledger, that's immaterial. First of all, you need to understand why ledger, what is the purpose of ledger. Clear? So next, we have, so there are types of ledger. There are types of ledger. What are the types of ledgers we have?
Leading and non-leading ledger.
Types of ledger. So that is in ECC environment. How about S/4HANA?
We have came up with one more concept called extension ledger.
What is that?
Extension ledger is it's basically in that the data will not be updated, but it needs one underlying ledger.
What in my underlying ledger?
Means which through which the data will come from to extension ledger.
From where it will come?
Like we need to specify like underlying ledger.
I'll explain that. See here. In ECC, we have two types of ledgers. Two types of ledgers. Already we discussed about it. Okay. In ECC, we have two types of ledgers. One is, as already we know, as you said, leading ledger. And second one, non-leading ledger. Non-leading ledger. Okay. So here we know that the data leading ledger and non-leading ledger. But when it comes to S/4HANA, in S/4HANA, in S/4HANA, in S/4HANA, also there are two types of ledgers. What are the ledgers? Those two types of ledgers. I said two types. Here also I'm saying two
Standard
types.
and extension.
Sorry?
Standard and extension ledger.
Correct. So here the first one would be your standard ledger. Standard ledger. And again, your standard ledger is divided into two types. One is leading ledger. So these are the standard ledgers. You remember we discussed standard ledgers are leading and non-leading ledgers when we are doing grouping. Standard leading ledgers. And second one is non-leading ledgers. Clear? Leading and non-leading ledgers. Next one we have one more ledger type, that is extension ledgers. Extension ledgers. Okay, what is extension ledgers? Again, extension ledgers, we have again three types. In extension ledgers also we have three types. One is extension standard ledger. Next one, we have simulation ledger. And third one, we have predictive or commitment ledger. Very important. This is predictive or commitment ledgers. Okay. We have in ECC, what is the difference? You need to say whenever they ask, what is the difference in ledger concept in ECC and S/4HANA in the sense? Okay, in ECC, we have only two types of ledger. One is leading ledger and non-leading ledger. But when it comes to S/4HANA, we have again two types. One is standard ledger and extension ledger. A standard ledger again divided into two types, leading and non-leading ledgers. But when it comes to extension ledger, we have a extension standard ledger, simulation ledger, and predictive ledger. Clear? So each and everything we will discuss. What do you mean by standard? We know that leading and non-ledger, but again, I'll go in depth. Okay. So here I have already prepared the notes for this. Okay. I don't want to go any other things because. So same thing I have mentioned here also. Okay. Able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here leading ledger. So we already discussed what do you mean by leading ledger, but in depth here I have explained with the notes. The leading is the main ledger and follows the parent company as per accounting principle. As we know that parent company I'm saying, right? Whatever company you have, main company, according to that, whatever report we want to prepare. So that follows the leading ledger. That follows the leading ledger means the leading is the main ledger and follows the parent company accounting principle requirement. Clear? And next one. First main feature of leading ledger means all company codes by default integrated with the leading ledger. So if they're asking you what do you mean by leading ledger? So first point we need to mention this. The leading is the main ledger and it follows the parent company accounting principle requirements. And same time, all company codes by default integrated with the leading ledger by default. That okay, leading ledger. And next one, we can define how many leading ledgers we can define. Already we discussed. We can define maximum one leading ledger per client, means nothing but whatever company codes are there in that particular client. So we can define maximum one leading ledger. Clear? And already we know that SAP predefined leading ledger is 0L ledger. It's not a OL as already said. Leading ledger is 0L ledger. By default assigned to all company codes. By default assigned to all company codes. Clear? And not possible to define multiple leading ledgers per client. Here also I have mentioned the same thing. Only one leading ledger we can assign. So if I want to have multiple, then we can't assign. We can assign only one leading ledger. Okay. The leading ledger will follow as per parent company's fiscal year. So what it will follow, if I'm following April to March, then 0L will follow April to March. If I'm following to Jan to December, my leading ledger will follow April, Jan to December. My leading ledger follows July to June, then it follows July to June, whatever it is. October to September, same it will take. So the leading ledger follows as per parent company fiscal year. Clear? Any questions?
No.
Yeah. So here leading, we already discussed, right? The non-leading ledgers data will stays only in FI. Non-leading ledger, you remember or not? Non-leading ledger data will not flow. Okay, it will stays only in FI. It will not flow to CO module or any other logistics module, right? But when it comes to here, right? Leading ledger only integrated with CO and non-leading ledgers will not integrate it. But when it comes to leading ledger, okay, integrated with the CO module and other logistics module. Other logistics module. Okay. Next one. Leading ledger is used as per parent company purpose. Means parent reporting company purpose we are going to address the consolidation group reporting purpose. 0L ledger is for group reporting purpose. Okay. Any questions here? Any questions?
No.
Any questions?
No.
If you want to write, you can, or else I'll go ahead.
Done, Naveen.
Okay, is it done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here in ECC currency type again, there is a change in the currency type in ledgers. Okay, just write it down. 1 second. Let me check any corrections. Okay, in ECC, currency type in the leading ledger. What are the currency types we can have in leading ledger? Okay, it's supported, main important. Oh, it's okay. So here, most just make it as a ECC currency types in the leading ledger. Okay, so it supports up to 3 currency types. Okay, it supports up to 3 currency types without multiple valuation concept, multiple valuation functionality. Okay, what do you mean by multiple valuation? Multiple valuation is nothing but your transfer price. Okay, what do you mean by transfer price here? What is this? That is nothing but legal valuation. What do you mean by valuation? Multiple valuation in the sense there are 3 types of valuations already we discussed. As per legal valuation, group valuation, and profit center valuation. Clear? Profit center valuation. Understood. So here it supports up to 3 currencies types. What are that? Without multiple valuation. Without multiple valuation. So here legal valuation, we know that. So what do you mean by group valuation? What do you mean by group valuation? We discussed about it. Group valuation.
Sir, group reporting.
Sir, I'm saying group valuation. Then what is legal valuation? If it is group valuation is a group reporting, then what is legal valuation? Yes. What is a legal valuation? We have spent
Sir,
lot of time.
कंपनी कोड करेंसी में वैल्यूएशन करते थे उसको लीगल वैल्यूएशन.
Legal valuation. So here legal valuation is nothing but legal valuation includes your all transactions, which is inclusive of your intercompany transactions, buying and selling, receipts and payments of means third party transactions, and as well as your intercompany transaction, then that is considered as a legal valuation. When I posted intercompany transaction, I clearly mentioned what is the legal valuation. Legal valuation is nothing but which records, right, all the currency transactions, intercompany transactions, and as well as the third party transactions. And what do you mean by group valuation? Group valuation is nothing but excluding intercompany transactions. Clear? When you are doing a group consolidation, then we will exclude here. When we do a consolidation, we will include the intercompany transactions also apart from your third party. But when it comes to group valuation, when we do consolidation, then we will exclude the intercompany transactions profits or losses. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you mean by profit center valuation? Cost plus. Okay. Profit center valuation is nothing but cost plus price. Markup price. We call it as in SAP terminology, markup price. So whenever we are doing cost plus markup price, means cost plus markup price. So whenever we are validating, okay, again I'm reiterating, it supports up to 3 currencies. When without multiple valuation concept. What do you mean by multiple valuations? So if what do you mean by multiple valuation concept? Here, multiple valuation concept is nothing but when we are not using legal valuation or group value. I'm using the term called group or legal valuation. I'm using the term called or group valuation or profit center valuation. Clear? So if we are not using these kind of any valuation, then it supports ECC leading ledger will support three different currencies. Okay. Next one. It supports up to 2 currency types with multiple valuation concept. Okay. It supported up to 2 currency types with multiple valuation concept. That means it support 3 valuation types. So if whenever we are using these 3 valuations, then ECC will support only 2 currencies. Remember that. Clear? How many currency types in ECC will support? In the sense, normally people will say 3 currencies. It's not correct. 3 currencies when it supports up to 3 currency types without multiple valuation concept. What do you mean by multiple valuation concept? This is nothing but your legal valuation or a group valuation or a profit center valuation. Clear? What do you mean by multiple valuation concept? Nothing but transfer price. Transfer price, intercompany, it could be third party, it could be any profit center, cost plus markup price. Clear? And next, when it comes to, again, we need to say that it supports up to 2 currency types with multiple. If we are using multiple valuations, like we are using in earlier also, we are using multiple valuation types in ECC. So that's the reason we have taken a group currency and we have taken a local currency. Clear? We have taken a local currency. So that means that we are using legal valuation because third party postings, intercompany transactions in our previous whatever configurations we have done in our FI, and profit centers we have done. Clear? So that's the reason we have taken only 2 currency types. If you are using multiple valuation concept, then it will support only 2 currencies. If you are not using multiple valuations, you are using only single valuation, either legal valuation or a group valuation or a profit center valuation, then it will support 3 currency types. Okay. What do you mean by multiple valuation? That is nothing but transfer price. Again, they may ask you, what do you mean by transfer price? So transfer price consists of group valuation, legal valuation, and profit center valuation. Any questions? Any questions?
No.
Okay. 100% guaranteed interview point of currencies point.
Sir, one question, sir.
Sir, go ahead.
I'm having one leading ledger in ECC.
Okay.
In that, I am using company code. I want to see reporting in 3 currencies. One is company code currency, one is group currency, one is hard currency.
Okay.
Now I define these 3 currencies as my leading ledger level. Now, when it comes to non-leading ledger,
Sir. So leading ledger in the sense which valuation you are going, as it clearly says that if you are using 3 currencies, in the sense you are not supposed to use multiple valuation. Only one valuation you need to have. Correct. So if you want to use 3 currency types, right? 3 currency types, then what would be your approach? And you completely mistaken. Leading ledger consists of what? How can you define leading ledger?
sir, no, not defined, but I want to use 3 currencies at leading ledger. One is a company code currency, one is group currency.
What is leading ledger?
Leading ledger is a main ledger.
What is leading ledger?
Zero L.
Zero ledger is a leading ledger, right? I'm not saying this. So here, as per your parent company accounting principle, we can define a leading ledger. We can have a leading ledger as per. So your company code currency would be considered as your leading ledger currency, your company currency, parent company currency. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, and you want to have any other 2 additional currencies, right?
Yes, sir.
So what, now tell me.
Now I defined one. I'm using one group currency and one hard currency.
Okay.
Now my requirement is that in non-leading ledger, I need to use these about these 3 currencies only. Not other currencies will not support.
Yeah, it will. It will.
Support.
Means
Support
support in the sense what? What
Like-
level you don't want to support?
reporting.
In reporting, it will obviously it will take whatever currencies you are defined in that only. It will generate a report.
Yes, sir. ECC में है सर ये.
Yes.
Okay, sir. दूसरे
Okay.
currencies use कर सकते हैं अपन.
Dusra currencies you can't. You can use up to 3 currencies. That's what he said.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
If you are using without multiple valuation, you can use 3 currencies. But with multiple valuation, you can have only 2 currencies. If you are now normally, earlier we used to have without multiple valuation, but now in ECC also everyone are going with multiple valuation. They need multiple reporting. Correct? So we can have up to only 2 currency types. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Right? In ECC will support up to 3 currency types if we are not using multiple valuation concept. If we are using multiple valuation concept functionality, then it supports only 2 currencies, 2 currency types. This is very, very important. Again, I'm saying. Okay. So 3 valuation types in the sense what? Legal valuation, group valuation, and profit center valuation. Any questions still here?
No, no.
What are the 3 currencies we have? What are the 3 currencies we have? So here, first currency, you remember? First currency.
Local currency.
Sorry. What is that local currency?
Company code
Our
currency.
Indian.
I am not asking what is local currency. Currency type 10, currency type 30, currency type 40. Right? So here, when we are using without multiple valuation, then we can have local currency. We can have local currency. Okay. Next one, group currency. So whenever you ask, don't say that local currency. What do you know local currency in the sense? Currency 10, currency 30, currency 40. You remember or not? Hard currency. Okay. So whenever, if we are using without legal valuation, we can use this. We can use this. We can use this. That 10, 30, 40. But with the legal valuation, we can use this. We can use this. We can't use this. Clear? Any questions? 2 currencies I said. Yes, any questions here?
Naveen, can we use local and hard currency?
Sorry?
Without valuation, local and hard currency can we use?
Normally, again, so I'm saying, see, in our examples, we can take, but in real time, what they will do is, in real time, 99% companies, whenever we have 2 currencies, then we need to have these 2 currencies. 10 and 30, local and group currency. Clear?
Yeah.
So very rare cases when we use a multiple without multiple valuation, then we can use hard currency.
Okay.
Clear? Why I took example of hard currency in our scenario in the sense, See, as we used multiple valuation, we have used multiple valuation, but you in real time group currency, here I want to show you, if I say group currency, consolidation report purpose, but here also we used hard currency as a consolidation purpose only. So that's the reason I took everywhere as a 40. Country level, this is nothing but a country level. This is for at a reporting level, and this is hard currency is at country level. So that's the reason I want to show you country level reporting. So that's the reason we have taken 40. But never say in interview, whenever we want to take without valuation, just use 10 and 30. Okay. If we don't have with, this is in ECC, again I'm saying you, with, okay, then it is nothing but 10 and 30. Is this clear?
Yeah,
Group currency and local currency.
right.
So next one, when it comes to S4 HANA, when it comes to S4 HANA, this is the change here. Very important changes in S4 HANA. We can have maximum up to 10 currency types. We can use maximum up to 10 currency types we can use. Okay. But out of 10 currency types, first two currency types, first and second currency types should be SAP predefined currency types. Okay. Out of 10, this is very important. Remember this. As per interview, people say that S4 HANA have here in ECC, we have 3 currency types. When it comes to S4 HANA, 10 currency types. But here 3 currency types, when we can use? When without multiple valuation. But here also we can have up to 10 currency types can be used. But out of that, out of 10 currency types, first and second currency type should be SAP predefined currency type. SAP predefined currency types. First and second currency, 30, whatever, 10, 20, 30, clear? So that currency type should be predefined currency types. Remember, whenever they ask how many currency types S4 HANA supports, in the sense, first we will say that 10 currency type, and don't stop there. Don't stop there, your answer. Just continue with that. Out of 10, SAP S4 HANA supports 10 currency types, but first two currency, out of that also, first two currency types should be SAP predefined currency types. SAP predefined currency types. Clear? And next one. One second. Give me a second time. Give me a second time. Just I'll be back. I'm sorry. Okay. 10 currency types we can use, first and second currency. Okay. And remaining 8 currency types, out of other 8 currency types, we can be used either SAP predefined currency types, or in case user is having a different currency type. Okay. Or user defined currency types. We can use out of 8 currency types, either we can use SAP predefined currency types, or user wants to, S4 HANA provides a functionality that user can have its own currency type. Okay. So user defined, user defined currency, or both we can use it, right? We know that 10, 20, 30, sorry, 10, 30, 40, clear. So out of the 10, 0, 0, 2, 999, we can use the currency types. 0, 0 to 99 currency types. So 10 out of that, 0, 0 is a user defined currency. 10 is a predefined currency. 30 is a predefined currency type. 40 is a predefined currency type. Okay. Apart from that, if user wants to create any extra currency types, clear? Apart from your company code currency type or your group currency type or any hard currency type, if user wants, then SAP supports. User can create his own currency type, or they can use SAP predefined currency type. And normally till now, we haven't seen in any project 10 different currency types. Maximum we use 3 currency types only. Clear? Okay. So here, most important asset accounting difference here. What is the condition here? What is the condition? Again, I want to declare here. What is a thumb rule? What is a thumb rule in the sense? Thumb rule for currency type in S/4HANA. Thumb rule in using currency types in S/4HANA. So we don't have a functionality in ECC that using a user-defined currency types. So what is the thumb rule in S/4HANA? First two currencies should be currencies should be SAP predefined currencies. Okay, first two currencies should be SAP predefined currencies. And next one, other 8 currencies types. Other 8 currency types. It can be SAP predefined currency types, defined currency types, or user defined currency types, or both currency types. Means SAP predefined and as well as user defined. Is this clear? Any questions on this? Any
No, no.
again,
Naveen,
I'm saying, yeah.
one question. Sir,
Yes.
predefined मतलब के दो compulsory use करना है.
Correct.
One is company code, one is group.
Anything. See, local currency is mandatory. If you are using 10 and 40, or you can use 10 and 30. First two currencies should be SAP predefined currency types.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, next one. See. And when it comes to asset accounting module supports only SAP predefined currency types. Up to first 3 SAP predefined currency types only. So remember this. This is very, very important. Asset accounting will not support in ECC or S/4HANA. Asset accounting thing will support 3 currencies. Okay, already we saw that 3 currencies, that is only SAP predefined currencies. Okay, it will not support. Okay, it will not support user defined currencies. Asset accounting is not going to support user defined currencies, both in SCC and as well as in S/4HANA. This is a change. Understood? Any question? Asset accounting module, it won't support user defined currency types. Next.
Sir,
Mm.
three currencies will support in asset accounting. For example, if I am using for one more additional currency, then that transaction will not be.
Yes, it won't reflect.
Then how at the time of generating the reports,
See,
profit and loss.
again, sir, you are mistaken. Why you will, when you see here in asset accounting, it supports your hard currency, local currency, and your group currency. Correct? So what
Yes.
is the other currency you want to generate a report? Why you
Aid.
want to report? See, document currency is different. Again, I'm saying you. Document currency is different. Document currency always convert into your local currency and as well as in your group currency. Currency rates we will define and it will convert into your local currency and as well as your group currency. And whenever we generate a report, it will, if you want to generate a report in 3 different currencies, in the sense you have posted my, for example, I have defined my local currency as a 10, a currency type 10 as a my local currency INR, for example, my group currency as a USD at 20, 30 and 40 as a euro, right? So whenever I received an invoice or document in Singapore dollar, whenever the user posted the document in Singapore dollar, right? Then it will convert your Singapore dollar into your INR, your USD, and as well as your euro. So you want to generate a reports either on INR and as well as in euro and as well as in USD. So what is where you will get a chance, where you require to generate a report in other currency, because I want to submit my reports only this year. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
So document currency always convert into your 3 currencies only. So that's the reason asset accounting module supports only these 3 predefined currencies only, not user defined currencies.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone? So just to make a difference between, make a differentiation, document currency is something different. Whenever we post the document, already we said that will be converted into your either local, not either, it will converted into your local currency and as well as in your document currency will be converted into local currency, group currency, and as well as a hard currency if we are taking 3 currencies. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, and here this is we not covered, but still material ledger. So here material ledger and CO module supports 3 valuation types with 2 currency types. Clear? Just leave this as of now. Clear? Just leave this or else you'll try to understand this. ML material ledger and CO module, it supports up to 3 valuation types with 2 currency types. Okay, with 2 currency types. If you don't have a valuation types, then it will support 3 predefined currency types. Clear? I have taken my previous batch one example. Is this clear? Any questions here? Material. So just that's the reason I've removed here CO module. So material ledger supports up to 3 SAP predefined currency types without multiple valuations. What we discussed here, multiple valuations. Clear? Any questions? So here you have taken my previous batch. So for example, same like, okay, this is nothing but if you want to take your class example, for example, this is a company which I have taken, YCAM same group of companies, which is in India, which is in Norway, and which is in US. Okay, which is in Norway. So I'll take YCAM group of companies I have taken. This is not your class example, right? So that's the reason. You can make it as an which is located in India, which is located in Norway, and which is located in US. Okay, YCAM group of companies is a parent company. India is having a 1 subsidiary company. Norway is a 1 subsidiary company. and US company is a parent company. Y102 is my parent company. Clear? Any questions on this? So this is nothing but my company codes, legal entities. Okay. My zero leading ledger by default assigned to all the company codes, as we know that. Okay. The zero ledger will be assigned to whatever here I have taken. As you know that I'll take normally 3 company codes. Okay. So here all the 3 company codes, the zero ledger will be assigned. Zero ledger will be assigned for all the company codes. Okay. Okay. So here we have assigned to fiscal year to company code Y100, Y101, and Y102. Right? So all the company codes are using Jan to December, and because my parent company is in US, Jan to December. Okay. K4. So what would be my leading ledger fiscal year now? What is my leading ledger fiscal year? K4 would be our leading ledger fiscal year. Understood, everyone? Any questions here? Yes.
Navin, in India, we follow March to April, right?
No, I'm just
So
taking
according
examples,
to-
sir, because my parent company is in US.
Okay, but in real time, we need to take for India, we need to take
Why you
March
will
to.
take, if you are doing, your client is from US, why you will take April to March? Even though you have, sir, you remember we have taken, what is the company we have taken? Adani, right?
Yes.
So how Adani we have defined? Adani in the primary reporting, AI01, AI02, and AU01. Initially, what are the fiscal year we have taken for this? AI01, my parent company is in India. So we have taken March to April,
March
only,
to-
right?
Yes.
March to April, March to April. Correct. But when we have preferred what we call non-leading ledgers, then what we have done for AU01, for US reporting purpose, we may only for reporting purpose, we made it as a Jan to December. Jan to December, Jan to December. Yes or no?
Yeah, for non-leading ledgers, we are taking.
Non-leading ledger only for that is
Yes.
reporting purpose. But what is my leading ledger reporting? What is my leading ledger reporting?
Like it will be India company, right? So
All the
March to
company,
April.
my parent company is in India. So what we made, we have made all the companies. Remember the configuration we have made April to March, April to March. If people ask me, even though our company is in US, why we are doing April to March? I said our parent company is in India. So that's the reason we are taking April to March. But when it comes to US GAAP reporting, then for US GAAP reporting, then we can have Jan to December for all. Yes or no?
Yes, Navin. But as per the when we look at the country, if we want to pull the report for
Sir, the
according
country,
to their
where is your parent company? Again, and people
India.
are coming to parent company, correct? So here initially reporting will be submitted to my Adani or parent company. For example, it is in India, right? So first of all the company code reports, see here operating from India, but it is having a subsidiary company in US, correct? So here all the transactions I need to submit in from where to where? April to March, April to March, and April to March. Even though my company is in US. Okay, but only few transactions, legal formalities, legal transactions, tax transactions, those will be posted in as per US reporting, even though this is in US. So what are the reporting? We have non-leading ledgers. So are you clear?
US cap.
US. So then, even though if I want to do a transaction, then even though my company is in India, still I need to submit for US reporting purpose, Jan to December, Jan to December, Jan to December. What are the transactions we will do? Ledger specific postings. We saw ledger specific postings also.
Yes, ma'am.
Only year-end purpose or month-end purpose, we will do ledger postings because my parent company is in India, but I am doing a transactions in other countries. So that particular purpose, we can have other currency reporting. Clear? Even though here my company is in three different currencies, in 3 different countries, but where is my parent company? What is my parent company?
It is in US.
It is in US. So what is the fiscal year it will follow?
Jan to December.
Jan to December. So the primary reporting, local gap reporting, I'll use for Jan to December for all the 3 company codes for consolidation purpose. So then that particular fiscal year is considered as a 0L fiscal year, leading ledger fiscal year. Yeah. So that is called leading ledger fiscal year. Where this is adopted, the 0L ledger is adopted from your company code ledger. Whenever we create a company code, automatically 0L ledger will be assigned to our company codes. Yes, any questions here? Okay, so just assume that we have created different posting periods. For example, okay, Y100 for Indian company, Y101 for Y101 company, and next one Y102 for other company code, US company code. Okay, different posting periods. Earlier we have opened in our real-time example, we have opened only one posting period, but here I want to explain you. So here we have a different posting periods. We have a different posting periods. Okay, these are, which is the combination of your company code. Just write it down. So what do you mean by that? So here, what is the combination? My combination of Y100. What is the combination? Leading ledger 0L. And what is my posting period? What is my posting period for Y100? What is the posting period variant?
A4.
Sorry. What is my posting? See, combination you can see here, Y100, we are using 0L ledger. And what is my posting period variant?
Y100.
Sir, why you have taken this much time? You didn't understood or what? I said, we are having we have created 3 different posting periods, Y100, Y101, Y102. So, right here combination, how the combination here for Y100, what is my leading ledger? What is my leading ledger?
0L.
0L ledger. And what is my posting period variant?
Y100.
Y100. And Y101 company code, Norway company code. What is my leading
Y101.
ledger? What is my leading ledger?
01.
0L. And what is my posting period variant?
Y101.
Y101. Next one, same US company. Okay, US company. What is my leading ledger?
0L.
0L. And what is my posting period variant?
Y102.
Y102.
Y102. Okay, so here the combination, first leading ledger, fiscal year, leading ledger, posting period variant. Next one, company code currency. See here, company code currency. Okay, you can have a, right, next one. Any questions here? I'm just waiting for your questions here.
No questions.
Okay. So here, next one, local currency, first currency. First local currency, INR for Y100. Next one for Y10, Norway, NOK, and USD for USD. Clear? Any questions here? Any questions here? So here, what is my local currency? As India is INR and Norway is NOK and US company USD. You know that. What do you mean by company code currency? What is your leading ledger? What is leading ledger first currency? If someone asks you, what is the leading ledger first currency?
US.
Leading ledger, don't see here. What is your leading ledger first currency?
Company code currency.
Local currency. Company code currency. That's what, right? For Y100, Indian company, what would be my zero ledger currency?
INR.
INR. And how about Norway?
NOK.
NOK. And how about US?
USD.
USD. Clear? So combination of India, okay, zero ledger, combination of posting period variate Jan to December, and first currency INR. Clear? Any questions here?
No.
Okay. Next one. Here you can see that. Third currency type, second local currency type. What is second local currency type? 30. So where is my parent company? Where I want to generate a report? US. Parent company is US. If it is your parent company is in India, then it would be INR. In our example, we took group currency as an INR. Okay. Here I'm taking my parent company is a USD. So here I've clearly mentioned recommended currency type is group currency type in SEC4. You remember we have configured in SEC4. Any questions here? Any questions? Sir, if you not respond, then I'm reiterating.
No, Navin.
That's what
No,
I need answers because it's virtual. As I said that we are facing a network issue since yesterday. Yeah, even though it's my problem, but still I need answers from you people. Somebody said it's my problem if power is not there. But again, I'm reiterating, if I won't get any of this thing, I feel that there is a network issue at my end. Again and again, I'm saying this is if you have understood in ECC, then I just don't want to wait for these answers. And for next one. Okay. See, for Y100, I'm following, I can follow for zero ledger INR, and for Y101, I can use Norway currency, NOK, and for Y102, we can use USD. So first currency is nothing but your local currency or company code currency. Don't forget, what is the first currency? What is the leading ledger currency? Leading ledger currency is always company code currency. Zero ledger will be assigned to company codes by default. Clear? And second currency, 30, that is nothing but second local currency. We call it as a group currency. Okay. Normally, we will ask the client, we will recommend the client to use the currency as your parent company. Means your client will not say, I want this as a local currency. We need to recommend the client as a consultant. We need to recommend the client what currency need to be have a second local currency. It could be anything. Again, it's not mandatory, but for consolidation purpose, second local currency is for consolidation purpose. So we can recommend the client that whatever parent company code currency is there, then that has to be mentioned. Clear? In our class example, we have taken INR. Okay. So here, what is the combination? Y10. Okay. Leading ledger, Jan to December. Posting period Y100. Local currency on INR. And group reporting, we are using USD for all the company codes. And this will be defined in SEC4 transaction. Okay. Right. And when I can use third currency? When I can use third currency? When we can use third currency?
It is a hard currency.
Why? When we can use hard currency? When we can use hard currency, third currency or hard currency, whatever you call. When we don't have a multiple valuations. When we don't have a, you remember, if we have a multiple valuations, how many currencies we can use? Two currencies. If we
Two.
have a multiple, right? If we don't have a multiple valuation, we can use three currency types. If we have a multiple valuations, then we can have a two currency types in S/4HANA. So here, if we don't have multiple valuations, then we can use third local currency. That could be anything, not only euro. I took example as a euro. Okay. And this is at country level. So we need to check with the currency. Okay. This will be maintained at country level. Okay. Country level, it will be defined. 30, 40, 10. Any questions still yet?
No,
Okay.
no.
Always we do requirement as per your parent company. Fiscal year, company code fiscal year, posting period variant, whatever client says, we need to create accordingly, or you can use a common posting period. What we did in our example. Next one, company code currency would be considered as your company code currency. Second currency is considered as your parent company currency. And third currency, when we are not using multiple valuation, then we can have any other currency that will be defined at country level. That will be defined at country level. Any questions?
No, no.
Okay. So next one, we have already saw non-leading ledgers. Okay. We have already non-leading ledgers. So non-leading ledgers are used to address the different legal accounting principles and internal reporting purpose. Like we saw, we have created for IFRS separate non-leading ledger, right? And for US GAAP, we can define separate GAAP report. Or here INR India, we can have separate reporting purpose. So those are non-leading ledgers. So that is majorly for accounting principle purpose or internal reporting purpose. What is the main feature of non-leading ledger? Non-leading ledgers are used to address different legal and internal reporting purpose. What do you mean by legal? Accounting principles. Clear? We can have multiple non-leading ledgers per company code. Client or there is, as we know that 1056 non-leading ledgers we can have. There is no limit. Clear? We can have multiple non-leading ledgers per company code or per client. Right? So non-leading ledgers will assign default or we need to assign?
We need to assign.
We need to assign. Leading ledger?
No need to assign.
No need to assign, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we can assign multiple company codes to the single non-leading ledgers, right? And we can have multiple leading, sorry, this is the same, right? Non-leading ledgers and non-leading ledgers. So here one more mistake. Let me check. By default, it won't assign to, we need to assign. Okay. Non-leading ledger currency types will follow leading ledger currency types. Clear? Non-leading ledger currency types automatically it will take from your leading ledgers. Remember this. Just important point. This is non-leading ledger currency types will follow leading ledger currency types. Already we have discussed in our practice. Right? Any questions here?
No, no.
Right? In ECC, it's not possible to have different currency types for non-leading ledgers than the leading ledger. Right? We can't assign multiple leading ledgers. We can't assign whatever leading ledger currency is there, that it will follow. Okay. So we need to maintain same currency types for non-leading ledger also as per the leading ledger types. I don't think it's required to explain. You remember whatever zero ledger we have defined, same thing it will be taken as an for all the company codes. Yes or no? So for
Yes, sir.
example, in India, we have defined for an Indian company, we have defined Indian INR. So zero level. So, right? Different, and next one, Norway, we have taken NOK. And next one, we have taken US company, USD. So the same, that will be assigned to zero ledger, and the same currency types will be allowed to non-leading ledgers also. So what here I want to mention, so in ECC, it's not possible to have different types of currencies for non-leading ledgers. So apart from that, for India, non-leading ledger, I want to assign different currency, non-leading ledger, then it is not possible. Right? Already I have assigned in leading ledger INR. So the same currency type will follow in non-leading ledger also in ECC environment. Is this clear? Yes.
Yes, now we'll clear.
Next one, in S4 HANA, this is a difference you can set. The first two currency types by default adapted from leading ledger. What are the two leading ledgers? Local currency and as well as a group currency, or local currency and your hard currency. So in S4 HANA, the first two currency types by default adapted from leading ledger, and not possible first two currency types, but possible change remaining eight currency types for at non-leading ledger. Understood? Any questions? So we can't change. What we can't change, again, I am reiterating here. In non-leading ledger in S4 HANA, okay, for non-leading ledger, first two currency types, whatever we define, first two currency types cannot be changed. Okay, and remaining eight currency types or eight currencies, we can change. Anything we can take. First two currency, it will adapted from your zero ledger, leading ledger, adapted from leading ledger. Okay, but other eight currencies, we can change it because it's not going to adapt, because this functionality is not there, right? This we can change at any point of time. Clear? That's what here I want to mention here. In S4 HANA, the first two currency types by default adapted from leading ledger. Clear? And not possible to change first two currency types. Okay, but possible to change, remaining eight currency type at non-leading ledger level. Any questions here? Any questions?
No.
Okay, next one. Non-leading ledger, as we know that, can have different financial years and posting period variants. Already we saw, right? You remember just now I mentioned here for whatever AI01, we have taken fiscal year as an April to March, correct? And next one, and reporting purpose, right? And what we call non-leading ledgers, we have taken, for example, what are the non-leading ledgers we have created for AI01? What are zero is
AX
a
and
ledger?
AY.
Sorry, AX
AX
and
and AY.
AY. Okay, and here for company code AI01, company code AI02, company code AU01. So here we have taken fiscal year as an
April to
from
March.
April to March, right? And here also it's the same April to March. Okay, but here AX ledger, non-leading ledgers, I'm having two. So here we can have for IFRS purpose, for example, July to June. Okay. As per your company requirement. And here you can have US company Jan to December. We can have.
Navin, for IFRS, why we are taking
Sir,
July
I'm
to
taking just examples, sir.
Okay.
If I'm following Europe gap, not IFRS. Okay.
Okay.
So leading ledger you will have, but this one you can have different fiscal years. Is this clear, sir?
Yes, Navin.
We can have different posting periods also. Right? Non-leading ledger can have a different financial years and posting period variant. Posting period variant, different fiscal years and different posting period variant. Next one, possible to assign different fiscal year and posting period variant for the combination of non-leading ledger and company code. You can see here AI01, July to June and different posting period. But actually for zero ledger, it's April to March. So different fiscal year, different posting periods, we can assign for non-leading ledgers. That is possible. Clear? And next one, each already we discussed, each non-leading ledger represent one set of books. So for example, if I take IFRS, AX, as you said that this is IFRS and this is US GAAP. And for example, I am doing one more non-leading ledger for Europe. And next one more I want to have AA Singapore. Clear? So here any set of book for IFRS set of book, what is a non-leading ledger we have used AX, and for US GAAP reporting we have used AY ledger, non-leading ledger, and AZ for European books, and for AA Singapore books. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is what non-leading ledgers, it's not integrated with controlling area. You remember? So the data, 0L ledger data, for example, FI and CO. So when I say non-leading ledger, leading ledger, whatever data is there, that will be flow from FI to CO automatically. FI to CO automatically it will flow. You remember when we post a document, then the data will be flow from FI to CO. But non-leading ledger data, for example, whatever non-leading ledger data, AY or whatever will not flow from FI to CO. I have given this point. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And other non-leading, other logistics modules also, the data will not flow from leading ledger to, FI module to CO module. The data always stays, non-leading ledger data always stays in non-leading ledgers only. Clear? Any questions here? Okay, how the data, now I want to post my data from non-leading ledger to CO module or any other logistics module. So if you have not specified any ledger in data entry level, then it post entry to all ledgers that I'll explain next week session. Is this clear? Any questions here? Any questions on this?
No, no.
Navin, 0L ledger data will move only to CO module, not to other.
Yes, already.
Okay.
Only zero, whatever
Only for
data.
only one module it will move.
Sorry?
Only for one module it will move to CO module from
Not
FI
only
to
CO, logistics modules also it will move.
Okay.
Whatever dependent integrated logistics, whatever FI data we are going to integrate, So for all those modules, the data will move after integration.
Okay, now.
Any other questions? Any other questions?
So Navin, from tomorrow onwards, we will start FI and MM. We will
That
continue on
NM
that one.
integration, we will close it in tomorrow's session.
Okay. Okay, Naveen.
Any questions?
No, nothing.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, Naveen.